I'm here. Hey, that's the most lively I've been in months. How's everyone doing? Doing some good things. I'm playing Phoenix Wright while y'all watch, so I think that's pretty good on both our parts. All our parts, all our parts. The ding, and then my phone goes off. I see. Turn that off. All right, that's already set to switch. Oh, good. I did remember to set it to the switch. That's fun. Why is that? Oh, right. Okay, now be able to get the switch sounds. I don't have it set up for the interference, do I? That's fine. The interference is so minimal, it should be fine. Yeah. It actually got a little worse with the Switch 2, which is odd. Maybe I need to get one with... Maybe I need to get a beaded HDMI cable. Do those exist? I know there's beaded USB cables, and that's how we got the Yeti mic to sound good as a room mic. Is this thing frozen again? Don't freeze on me, you ass. You... Twitch. I'm not an affiliate yet, technically. I'm no longer an affiliate, so I'm just gonna badmouth Twitch. Not any different from before, actually. Okay. You can buy ferrite cores and just snap them. Oh, wow, I didn't know that you could buy them separately. That's awesome. I may have to try that just to see if we can lower the interference on the switch cable. Anyway, let me switch myself over here. Apparently I went all the way to the right. Oh, I hit left to make sure the light came on. Oh, and then we just gotta hit this button. There we go. Now we're gonna play some Phoenix Wright. Let's go. Well, I was playing Mario and Luigi the other month. Gotta spend at least a month, right? And fucking Birdo came into the game, and all she could do is go, don't get transphobic, don't get transphobic, don't get transphobic. And that's not something that you should have to do with a Nintendo. And also, the ripsaw is not working correctly. What the hell? What the hell? That's way too loud. Yeah, it's not supposed to do that. One sec. Apparently something got unhitched, or I just hadn't put it on my thing. So give me a second while I fix it. The screen may change in odd ways. It also might not. We gotta grab this one's filters, because these were working. Got side chain ducking source. Does this have the side chain ducking already, or? Not. That's odd. But it's supposed to. I don't know why it's not working. But must have one of these. Oh, I see. It's set to... Why is it set to 0? How much is it supposed to be set to? Oh, I love technology. Can you tell? I'm so good with it. Okay, this isn't set up correctly either. Okay, we go here to filters. Why is it gone now? What the fuck? It was literally there when I checked it a minute ago, and now it's not. That's bewildering. Let me check someone else's window, I guess. All right, we're gonna go into filters here. All right, and now we don't have the camera anymore. Oh, there it goes. Um, huh. That's set to 0. Shouldn't that be set to negative, or is that just overall threshold, I think? I am so fucking confused right now. Let me see. I'm gonna hit button and you're gonna get some loud music again for a sec. Testing, testing, not working. I don't know what's wrong here. So my mouse's battery has decided that it doesn't want to work anymore. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. No, that doesn't work either. Oh my god, this is a fucking disaster. Just doing this too. not accepting my keyboard inputs. How about now? Is it working now? All right, there we go. We got it. Well, that was a huge pain in the ass. Also, the timing is incorrect. Need to make it like longer. I think we needed to make it like longer. All right, we'll keep it at 1/10.5 of a second. Don't know why these are not set correctly anymore. Had this happen once before. I don't know why it happened then either. Sorry, I've been kind of ignoring chat during this to try and get things working. Alright, alright. Alright, I think we're good now. Am I easy to hear over the audio when it ducks? Alright, as long as my voice is understandable. Oh. Clear over the game audio. Excellent. Alright, let's give this another try. Let me just switch my screen, put my headphones on, and now we're gonna Phoenix Wright a little. We're gonna be playing Justice for All, which is the second game. As I did the first one like years and years ago, and then never moved on to the second one. Burnout is what we call that, now that we know what it is. Where is my mouse charger? I have a specific cable to charge the mouse, because it's the only one that will fit because of how the socket is made. I do not see it. Little cross. Is this it? Is that something else that's plugged into something else? That's not it. That's audio. Oh my god. I feel really crappy about how this is going. You ever feel hopeless? Always seems like it's one thing or another. Oh, and is this isn't it either? What the heck? There's not that many cables here. Why can't I find the one I need? I guess is the real ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything, huh? I am fascinated at the fact that I simply cannot find this cable. Ain't that the truth? You know that groan that Tina makes in Bob's Burgers? That's how I feel right now. Oh, I see what happened. It was plugged into my Bluetooth speaker. Alright, all fixed. Holy shit, that was a pain. This down here. There, okay. New game. Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. Grr! How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. Learned some of the closing procedures tonight. Worked late and have to go back in the morning. Oof, well, as long as it's going smoothly. September 8, 9:08 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 1. A nightmare. I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial anyway. I bumped the camera during all that. Huh. Oh, looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Hey, no worries. First thing about this job is seeing people from my schools come through and tell me how much they miss having me there. Oof. It's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. A few minutes later, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Ouch. My head is throbbing. Why does it feel so foggy in there? Good morning. Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? This person is intense. Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Oh, wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I'd done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Life in my hands? You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I thought all hope was lost. When all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me, ever. What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court procedures, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and
What's wrong? You've been acting really strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kinda nervous, sir.
Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes.
So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible.
No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that.
Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this.
Eggman voice, I can't believe this. No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person.
Yes? I'm...
Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? So that is the most realistic portrayal of amnesia I've ever seen in a game, movie, book, etc. He does not realize that he doesn't know his own name until it's drawn to his attention, because that's just how that's just how brains work. The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately?
The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay?
Huh. I guess I must have amnesia. That was a quick reconciliation. Now that's a little less realistic. And there's no panic or anything. Let's see. What can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl said I'd prove her not guilty. Can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Someone please! Tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? Gulp. September 8th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. That sounds like an English insult. Oi! Yeah, Maggie Bird. Wait, that was a little closer to Australian, and not that close to that.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
I've decided this is Payne's voice, and I definitely... Manky boot! And I definitely won't be regretting it in half an hour. What is it, Mr. Wright? I remember the judge's voice. Are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? Yeah, sure. I guess I should say yes for now. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a sec. Her life is in my hands. I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kinda... The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Can you imagine if that was true in real life? Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I've told you this before. I hope you're not telling me that you've forgotten. Actually, I have. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover.
What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. Policeman? You did what to a policeman? Save screen cap. I love the look on her face. I wouldn't want to be a defense attorney for a cop. Let's make that clear. This is pure fiction.
It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case.
Especially one making that face, yep.
The prosecution will prove the guilty party is none other than the defendant.
Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time.
And you lost horribly and easily last time. Because this is the defense, the prosecution from the tutorial case in Phoenix Wright 1.
I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie.
Okay, and who are you again?
The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright.
Hey, it's Gumshoe. Where to hide? I'm so dead.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Let's see if I can still do Gumshoe's voice. It's real deep and scratchy. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I can't get that deep anymore, holy shit. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. He's, God damn it. You know, what's his name? Was it a detective? I was literally watching this show like a couple days ago. It's a detective who's always very polite, a little bumbling, and his catchphrase is just one more thing. Fucking hell. My memory is shot tonight. But yeah, he's basically that guy. Except not as competent. Columbo, thank you. I watched the movie based on I watched the movie that the show is supposed to be based on, which itself is based on a book. And wow, they are no different. The guy in the book/movie is a total piece of shit. No worries, Columbo is allowed to caps lock. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know. You work under that detective?
Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me.
Okay, calm down. I believe you.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. That's quite a name. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. The details are listed in the report, though was distributed yesterday. I just realized I still have the content warnings up for Amnesia. Let me see if I can do this without Parsec. Where is the ticker? There we go. I'll fix that later. Weird thing about mystery detective stories, I've read several Fletch books but never saw the Fletch movie. Ah. Appreciated. Ah, yes, this autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything's in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death.
If I may, Your Honor.
Ugh, my neck. Stressful evening.
The prosecution would like to submit the photograph.
Very well, the court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo 1. The victim fell from the walking path above. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Yes, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today?
That was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a sec. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. All right, sir, I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Court record? Yep. Info about evidence and people involved with this case are listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by pressing the R button. The R button, huh? You really know what you're talking about, don't you? Which one's the R button? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. Better career choice. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Court's in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? The R button? All right, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? Well, I guess we gotta check the court record. Found under the victim's body. Pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. I found this in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means. He doesn't. It's an old fucking Nokia or Motorola brick phone. That's good. Why, that's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir. And held onto them as he fell. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Ugh. Yes, this is my spare pair. But the glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine. I swear, sir. Are you sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day I accidentally stepped on mine. Coincidence, she says. Ugh. Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? And this evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. Witness testimony. Decisive evidence. How y'all holding up? I promise this one's gonna be funny as shit if it's anywhere near as good as the first one. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. Also, Gumshoe has switched his vocal tick to be sir instead of you know. Or there was also... There's another thing. He called people... No, maybe it was sir. Maybe you know was someone else. Remarkably well, I'm glad to hear it. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. But he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. Yes, because that's a thing that people always do when they're dying. I don't like it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence, and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. That's not how she spells her name. Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo 2. A photo of the area around the victim's hand. If the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious, the victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. You explain his dying message. It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? Metal Gear? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm gonna lend you a hand. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective. He does sort of look like a scatterbrain, this man that I have no memory of. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be all right. Cross-examination. Decisive evidence. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. Alright, I'm gonna hit save. Oh, well, shit. I have to save it in a different slot. Interesting. Also, cool. Screen shake on, vibration on, text box. Low's easy enough to read. Oh, how I missed that sound. About those glasses. Do you have any proof that those belong to my client? The lenses are for nearsightedness and are almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kinda like the ones she's wearing in her ID, pal. Pal, that was his old one. What should I do now? Hold it. Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. Do you have more definitive proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses? The dirt and sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints or anything else. So what you're saying, detective, is that you have nothing that proves those glasses are my client's. Something like that.
What?
Alright, let me give you a...
What?
big picture. I see. So there is no proof. Wow, that was amazing. I could totally feel it down in my gut. I am making Gumshoe sad and awkward, but it's gonna save his apprentice. So I guess that's fine. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. Now you're sure he was pushed and that's how he fell? Yeah, pal, if you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. But he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. The culprit's name? Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but... Was the name that of my client? I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. This is where we're gonna whip out the winning evidence that could be a typo. Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal, but that's what it said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie. Huh. he's got a point. Hey, hold on. Huh? Don't me. I know the picture says Maggie, but...
This is the tutorial, so they're basically solving the puzzles for me.
But she mentions it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. That's how you know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I'd better check the court record again. Right, present the attorney's badge. Heck, I'm gonna save and do that. I don't think presenting your attorney's badge is ever, like, will ever, like, lose you health. So, I'm gonna hit this. There. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Oh, it does lose your health. Not at all, Mr. Wright. Please think over the facts before making accusations. Well, just wanted to check. All right, so now we can show the court record, autopsy. Profiles, there we go. Maggie Bird. There we go. What is it? What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out objection. And I yelled it at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe. You talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me.
What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright?
You'll see, this is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please.
Where is this ridiculous question coming from?
The defendant's name is Maggie Bird. I think someone needs to check the court record.
What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Ah!
It looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggey. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Oh, how about that? I hadn't even noticed.
But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly.
May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name. This is very true. Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers?
Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force.
Detective Gumshoe? Well, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Witness testimony, Dustin and Maggie. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Your Honor, Maggie. I got Maggie and Your Honor mixed up. Maggie, I mean Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she's come to me to ask what she should get him. Oh, those two sound like they were close.
Nevertheless, tragedy struck.
Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. Cross-examination. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about half a year. Whoops. How do you know about this? Well, every year in March we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I'd gone on that trip. What is it? Oh, nothing, sir. Really, anyway. Sounded like they was even talking about marriage. Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? You saying a guy's gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all.
Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know?
I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal! The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Oops, I was supposed to press. The day of the incident? You mean September 6th? Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day. And since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. Ah, I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's 'cause I'm a boss and I've gotta watch out for my subordinates. But even what she was going to give as a present? Isn't that going a bit too far? Hey, pal, watch what you say. I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches it, I really don't need to know that much.
Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness.
I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this time. Whoa, wait a sec. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. I think the good detective is about done here. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Over 2 months ago. Yep. She is a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? Oh, she got him a glove. A single glove? Why would she only give him one?
Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove.
Oh, I see, a baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. Baseball glove, huh? Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah. Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then what is it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. You know, from the internet. Custom made? Glove was custom made? Yep, that's what she said. So the glove was custom made.
Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case.
Yes, it would seem that there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case? Well, I guess we'll hit save and find out. Of course it's relevant. I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it's relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes! Bluffing to the max! Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great! Huh. Pressing people. It feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you're that convinced, then let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. Got a hair in my mouth. Looks like one of Rizvi's. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to the court! Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with the case. I just like gloves. Anyway, this is it, sir. It's rather yellow, isn't it? That's what I thought as soon as I saw it. The right-handed glove. Well, I guess it's a left-handed glove. Because that means you throw right-handed. It goes on your right hand. It was custom made. Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. And that's why you had to special order it. Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Yes, sir. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. But the victim is left-handed. Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Listening to this, you would think there was only one conclusion. That the name was definitely written by the victim. But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present? Present? What about it? Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you tell the court what's special about this glove? What's special? Really thought about it, but it's really yellow. No, that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but this is only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right! This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. That is why it had to be custom made. I've never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, Detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? Ah, that's easy. Look, it's obvious from the picture that it was... Wait a second. Don't forget, the victim was left-handed. Ah! This is that I mean... Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand, at least not so neatly. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Order! Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It's not possible that the name was written by the victim himself. That means Maggie is... No, it's not possible! Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you've proven her to be innocent. No! All right, you did it, Mr. Wright. Oh, I feel like I can breathe again. It seems we've reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. You joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie... No, not yet. I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution is not finished yet. What do you mean? We would like to call our next witness to the stand. What? And what did this witness, witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? Order! Order in the court! I believe a recess is in order. Afterwards, we'll hear from the new witness. Got a feeling that was a bit too easy. Need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during this recess. Can't let my guard down. It's only gonna get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. To be continued. I love that it uses this little episode structure. It's like a procedural, a court procedural. It's on this way. All right, let's continue. Did I just save it? Yeah, I did. It says part 1-2. September 8th, 18? September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix Wright? What a weird name.
This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back and maybe it'll help.
This is a business card?
I got it from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay?
Okay, there's some numbers written on the back.
Oh, that's your cell phone number.
Phoenix's business card. It's my business card. I handwrote my cell number on the back. Guess for now we should stop talking about me. Start talking about this case.
This case?
Yeah. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know?
What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with the cell phone, but...
Cell phone?
Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir.
Hurry up then and tell me. This might be very important.
Okay, Roger.
It's on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m.
I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin.
Hey, there it is. Gonna give herself a concussion. Oh no.
All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back.
I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
You can call me Maggie.
The Blue Badger. I remember the Blue Badger.
We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did.
So where's the phone you found now?
I gave it to you yesterday.
Huh? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this?
You think it has anything to do with the murder?
I don't really know. But if my eyes lit up...
Ah, you were here all along! You're so mean. I called you 1,000,000 times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check on the courtroom, everyone had already left.
Ugh. Who in the heck is this? Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too.
Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than a bizzle? Oh, and what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring.
Huh? Oh, thanks. That's about 20. Is there a button to see the... There's not a button to see the backlog, and I missed that. Fine. It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it.
It was kinda tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt.
Whoa, what the fuck? That's what the minus button does.
It looks like these guys are up to no good.
No good? As in...
There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Names list added. A list of unfamiliar names and phone numbers. Members of a con artist group?
How would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this?
Don't look at me.
And where did you get this list from in the first place?
What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found.
So that's where they're from.
You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is...
Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately.
Oh, oops. Guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Oh, wish us luck. Isn't he like in his mid-30s now? I think he was 30 years old in the first game, and it's like a couple years later. I guess I have all the pieces now. More or less. All that's left is to put it all together. Not gonna lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. September 8th, 11:54 a.m. District Courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I ask that the court might be a little lenient on.
There's no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness. A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder.
No name?
Please state your name for the court, witness.
And before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something.
Oh, alright, go ahead.
Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk.
Did I?
But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a God damn it. Why is it top grade quality? Oh, okay. Unbeatable rigorous selection
Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on.
I thought I'd accidentally hit a button and skip the text. What is he, a human chatterbox? Oh, I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? You aren't wearing glasses. Of course not, he broke his glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down? I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm not familiar with yay new friend. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, man. I forgive you. All right, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. Character from questionable content, gotcha. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit.
Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were taking a stroll through the park, correct?
It would appear that you're attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with Mommy. If you must know, anyway, please testify to the court what you saw during your walk through the park. So you said it again, taking a walk. You know, what you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. Witness testimony. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. It was the glove, huh? That certainly is a decisive testimony.
Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said?
Yeah.
That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm?
strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yeah. And if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. Find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. Cross-examination. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. So you were at the park all afternoon. You seem to have a lot of free time. That was very rude of you, but then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name, trashy university. No-name? Trashy? Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. Jesus Christ. This guy is actually based on... Yeah. But I thought you said a lot of villains are, though. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, please. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. That arrogant little snot. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6. How do you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so... Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. Ugh, his arrogance is really intolerable. So what should I do now? Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? Tisk tisk! I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. Hey, it's not my fault that those are the only animations I've got. These games were made on a shoestring budget. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene, which says it's either 7:30 or 8:30. The angle makes it hard to tell. Or 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, rather, not 30. Oh, well, so it is. I looked at the clock and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole concept of the total and utter non-first-class person doesn't and wear a watch? Ha! People should live freely without. And yet another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case, all of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. And how did you know he was a police officer? We saw that he was in uniform. You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle, it was the way he tied his tie. Oh, I suppose it was also because he was wearing an officer's uniform. Didn't that statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have 2 of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face?
That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning.
Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court. And please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's all right with you. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. So you're sure you're not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. They've done a very good job making this man incredibly hateable. I'm what you call a famous brand-named product, while you are only a cheap imitation. There is no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake.
Of course, of course.
Oh, ho, 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 of course. Did you notice anything else of interest, witness? The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. Which was, of course, the glove. The banana? Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw.
That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. Did Nick? He's gotta be lying about the bananas.
He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. That would be absolutely, well, you know. What if it's not a lie?
Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else.
He mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think Phoenix thinks I do like it when tutorials are mixed in with gameplay. This one is a kind of an extreme example of that. Think, Phoenix, think. If my client is innocent, there's no way he could have seen what he says he did.
Which means if we can somehow show he's lying.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is.
Is everything okay, Nick?
I wonder if her sister is going to come back at some point. You know, who the sister ghost? Alright, now we present the bananas. Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? I do love the way his single bang just flops over his face when he shakes his head. I adore that. But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Isn't that the baseball glove?
This is also my voice for Kamek the Magic Koopa. Like, Kane's voice. It's the same voice as Kamek. Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... no! Wow, he panicked quick. Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness loves bananas. I'm gonna say the wrong things real quick, because they're usually funny, and they usually don't lead to a game over. Mr. Wellington loves large bananas.
Nick?
I hope you've noticed the icy glares we're getting from everyone in here.
What in the world do you mean? I'll have you know I like strawberries much better than bananas. Was this a gay joke? Was this homophobia? I'm not sure. It didn't feel that way at first, but then it did. Think it over one more time and try again, Mr. Wright. This witness knows nothing about baseball. Mr. Wellington has never even played baseball. That would explain why he didn't even know what a glove is.
Nick, I hope you've noticed the icy glares we're getting from everyone in here.
What in the world do you mean? When I was in junior high, I was a star pitcher. Well, fourth in line actually, but... Whoops. Think it over one more time and try again, Mr. Wright. This witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? What, are you asking me about this? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden?
Your Honor, it's very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas.
Is it though? No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. Okay, now he's starting to sound racist. Great. You're too used to your world, so in the end we find out that it's a glove viewed from a doubt, don't you? And that is why I asked how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses then? It's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, he could be wearing contacts. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting evil man. You're like those people who reject courageous only to be caught, and while she didn't do anything wrong, she was still burned. Which boils down to, you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness.
But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path.
Witness? 2200. Oh yeah, just barely, huh? I think it wouldn't be too blurry up until 10 feet with that prescription. Please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony.
Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime.
What happened next? The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. Which would be 6:55. The clock was much later than that in the crime scene photo, though. I guess it could be 7 o'clock, but it's kind of tilted, so it's hard to tell. It's a 5-minute difference. That wouldn't make that wouldn't really be relevant, I don't think. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away, but the watch is set to a specific time. Yes, that's correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright.
What happened next? She ran away just like that. Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Me too. Mood, Nick. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? The witness has already answered that question. He stated that the defendant is the culprit. This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking a question from the record. How can I get more information out of him? So we're gonna have to use the watch. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Immediately, as in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen, or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. Alright, we're gonna hit save here. 6:28 p.m. is when the... there we go. Yeah, he said 6:45 and the police were there by 7:55. So I think this is gonna do it. Mr. Wellington, will you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Back! I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. Ugh. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington? Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Telephone, I mean... Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness? I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable, you lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be a very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard that all rationale it would don't plain people... Enough! Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a sec. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way! Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh,
I see. It's like he's got his phone. I thought that just maybe this was his. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he'd lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. You know what? There's one more thing. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you! You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. All right, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Take a look at these photos. And those. Don't have any extra details on most of these. Right. And we can then... Okay. Let's try that. It's very simple. Oh, no, that's a failure. And yet you again have presented the court with an obtuse, meaningless item. Obtuse and meaningless? I don't get you at all, Nick. Why do you think you wouldn't need to look for a phone in the first place? Well, that's because I was looking at the evidence and it just hit me. I thought, hey, you really didn't have to look for a phone. Then why don't you hurry up and present that piece of evidence? What was that piece of evidence again? All right, let's have this proof then. Okay. Generally bad at getting us points across. I actually don't know what I'm supposed to. Is there a photo? Is there a phone booth in the photo? That was the first thing I was thinking. What fuck? No, I accidentally hit the wrong button there. That was the first thing I wanted. Oh, it is literally right next to him. I'm dyslexic. I'm completely fucking dyslexic. Yeah, it's right there. In plain sight. My eye was drawn to the upper ledge. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. Couldn't remember? Okay, glad it wasn't just me. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo? Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Speechless for once? Order, order! What does reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? And I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. On top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his phone, Maybe he was looking for something else.
Was he? Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You have any thoughts you'd like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? Oh, I have an idea. There's only one possible explanation. All right, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. He said penalize. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? But I did not fucking... I literally just hit the wrong fucking button again. Let's try not doing that. Alright, why didn't he call the police right away? It would be because he's on the walking path above, right? That's the only thing I can think of. Perhaps this is the evidence you need to be... Okay, apparently not. That was just an idea I thought I'd throw out. I thought that, but I guess it doesn't clearly show him, so... But that would mean he'd have to be walking for 15 minutes to get there? I don't fucking know. Writing the name, also possible. No. I don't know this one. I can't. I'm gonna need to go over the pieces individually, I think. Instead of just slamming decide on them. Why didn't he call the police right away? Not the attorney's badge. Park. So it's not the cell phone, right? Broken neck, body covered in bruises. Nearsighted lenses. So that's a possibility. Writing the name, we decided isn't. Glove, no. Not Phoenix's business card. Their phone numbers were stored on the phone that Maggie found, which would be this phone. Did we already choose writing the name? I legitimately don't remember. It seems like it'd be the phone, right? Okay, we did, thank you. Oh my god. I was pretty good at these puzzles in the first game, I think. Are these all dead ends? Is that the joke? I guess I'll try the glasses. Oh, that worked. Little health meter in the upper right goes away. See, I thought that was too obvious. Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Ah, where did you find? I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order, order. Now, wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make the call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course! That's precisely what I'm doing. And then he explodes. Next phase. I know I'm right. He's the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to the case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. That's not what that means, Nick. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! This is so exciting watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order, order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This is third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Oh, why, that's easy. For example, the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already knew this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, M-A-G-G-E-Y, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But didn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how would the person know her name was Maggie? Because she did call and say that was her name. Or rather, she answered the phone and said that was her name. That's a good point. The witness didn't even know of Ms. Bird before this trial. I forgot. Is there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie, M-A-G-G-E-Y. Now will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you'd lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why you? How did you? Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there's some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And he also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. Be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggey, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie, Maggie. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. I'm not screaming that. Order! Order!
But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive.
And your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, when the judge asks why is it relevant that this person has no motive for a murder, there's something very wrong with the court. Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor.
You sure, Nick?
If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right?
Yeah, but...
Now then, please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive. Oh shit. I can't save. I should have saved a minute ago. Murder motive. Like, it's gotta be the list, right? Can't imagine it being anything else. Alright, let's go. Take that! Yep. Thank you, Willow. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. Watch this. A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we've determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. That's my thing now. Doing the cat paw as air quotes. I have to hold the controller though. I need to get a GameCube Pro controller specifically. I just really like how those feel. For most games, in fact. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group.
What? Con artists?
Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington?
This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy.
Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. But it really does sound like that. You're just like the cops who read the disrupted gene dialogue goddess. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about.
You think any of you, know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? See, this time I'm remembering to save before we get to the choice. Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't it obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group.
No!
All of your friends' phone numbers stored right here on this phone. Not very tech savvy, this con artist. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. Are we gonna see his final form now? That's my favorite part of Phoenix Wright, is when we see the murderer's final forms. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, what do you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor! What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. You already tried that one. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please? Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Ms. Bird to get his phone back. And then see that this guy was a cop who was with her. It's very transparent. But again, this is the tutorial. Why then would he need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? Think about it logically, then it makes sense. And maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, Maya's reading my mind. Maybe that slimeball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness? You can see that he's a cop. Specifically in the... Yeah, we can see he's a cop specifically in the first photo. The witness saw this. Mr. Wellington, is he correct? By the expression on his face, I would say that wasn't it. Really? I thought that was a slam dunk. He sees the guy's a cop, and then decides that that's reason enough to commit murder. Alright, what's the real answer? You see Phoenix's by the profiles? Oh yeah, that makes sense, thank you. I forgot about that. Thank you. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his uniform. Oh! The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. I like this game too. In his mind, it was possible they'd already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic, is that what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? Again, this is a fantasy world. I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are. Here's the final form. Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. Evidence! Ugh, that guy is really creeping me out. All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number. This suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Save again. The quick save is a very helpful feature, especially for streaming. Your Honor. This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. His cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's got to be. Maybe. Well, we know that the fingerprints are gonna have been wiped clean at this point. It's gotta be the stored numbers. Maybe we can call him back. This phone has the names and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor. But like, yeah. Does that really connect them? I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What are we trying to determine is who the phone belongs to. Who cares about what phone numbers are stored on it? Let's see if his mom's name is on it. Besides, who knows, maybe you went and added some of those numbers yourself. The witness is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense's proposal. Ugh. Jerk is back to his arrogant, annoying self again. This cell phone. So I guess it's the fingerprints? Which doesn't seem like it would be reliable because someone else was touching the phone, probably had it in her pocket, and etc, etc. I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Fingerprints. We went over this in the last game, like, in the final chapter. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. What? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like... I don't even want to say that word, amongst themselves. Like, there's a lot of ableist words as a disabled person that I will read. And I've been called most of them, and I will read a lot of them in dialogue. That one I won't because it actually specifically has fascist origins. So I'm going to be replacing that one if I catch it. Ugh, he's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on the phone. On this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be kidding. He erased all the numbers that I was going to use as evidence. Like he has a lick of common sense or something. Mr. Wellington, what's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Okay, so if this happened nowadays, I just want to point out, if this happened nowadays, the phone numbers would still be backed up on a fucking server. So that's very funny, looking back at a time when we didn't live in a surveillance state, isn't it? Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you are too much! And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. We should start another Tumblr blog to just do a last time on stuff. Like, now I remember! Just make one specifically to be like, last time on Phoenix Wright. This is right before Nick got bashed on the back of the head. I don't remember the name of this song that this lick is from. I know it's either classical or Baroque. It's in that period, and I do not remember the name or the composer. It's usually used to signify that there's a Dracula nearby. Huh. Looks like they hung up, and, you know, after about 10 rings like that, so would I. Ah, good. I finally found it. So what, he's just been creeping around and between people's doors and just listening for the ringtone? That's wild. That is some bizarre behavior. So what? So that's when... Toccata and Fugue in D minor, thank you. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong is also usually the game over sentence. So this is probably going to be an overarching plot throughout the whole game, right? Don't blame yourself, you're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that'll be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? Presumably not. I like that for like a couple frames you can see the judge looking shocked. Please, wait, Your Honor. Alright, so maybe it won't be the over... It's going to be related. The cold open tutorial chapters always are to some extent. I say always like I've played more than the one game. Alright, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Also, Chapter 5 in the first game, or Chapter 6, the bonus chapter in the first game was like as long as the whole rest of the game, so that's wild stuff. Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. All right. We're gonna take a break. Call that a cliffhanger. Hit that, and then I go. So remember that there is a civil rights movement happening around the country and the wider world. Black Americans, people of color, all fighting for things that shouldn't ever have to be fought for, like equal rights, equal treatment under the law, and not be attacked, terrorized, and even murdered by the police. So we have listed here in the chat some ways that you can help. They include the Bail Fund Network to help keep protesters out of jail, the Okra Project and the Black Trans Travel Fund to help black, trans, and non-binary people with food, supplies, and travel out of dangerous situations,
and the Black Hills Legal Fund, the Lakota People's Fund to take back their land to 6 grandfathers, which was stolen by white people, arbitrarily renamed to Mount Rushmore, and then had some white slave owners' faces carved into the side of it. Black lives matter. The lives of people of color matter. Indigenous lives and lands matter. Asian and Pacific Islander lives matter. And these are things we got to keep saying and pushing and fighting for until the people all the way up to the very top not only understand and acknowledge them, but work to make them real, protected truth. All right, we're going to go to the break. We're not going to run any ads because Twitch doesn't do that until you're affiliate. But take a couple minutes, do what you got to do. Hopefully we'll get that. I think it's a 5 viewer average. Either 3 or 5 and 50 follows, something like that. We'll get there in no time, right? All right, so thank you. Tell your friends, you know, and we'll be back here in a few minutes. Hey, I'm back. There I go, now I'm back. Hey, no worries, Willow, I get it. The VOD will be there. Gonna have to keep up with uploading those to YouTube so that no more get lost, because now they get lost in 7 days. It used to be 60, then they made it so only affiliate gets 60, and then they made it so only partner gets 60. Isn't that great? Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Dino Bites. It's the Malto-Meal Fruity Pebbles. But Malto-Meal is owned by Post, so it's literally the same. Bonnie, my pebbles. You know the guy. For a while, they tried to turn Malto-Meal into just like their regular cereals, but in bulk. And then they realized that people actually depend on the Malto-Meal brand as cheaper but still good cereal. So they just discontinued 90% of the line, and well, that's it. And also it's much more expensive than it should be still, but cheaper than other cereals. Relatively cheaper. Alright, let's get these headphones back on so I can hear what y'all are hearing. Besides my lovely voice, I mean. Alright. There we go. Let's rock. That's the wrong controller. There we go. Pretty sure I already saved. Yes. Alright, cool. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything. Finding out about how many varieties of things just went away during COVID, yeah. And the US was already really short on food variety. It's over for your client and for you. That's very ominous, Your Honor. Do you fully understand? Seems like Pringles is one of the few to bounce back, yeah.
I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended.
Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence.
Oh.
Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Plotting out the dig site.
I think Venture is my favorite Overwatch character. They are... I want to hug them. I want to hug them tight. And also ask to borrow their cool drill.
Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain it,
And yet it only does 3 damage if I get it wrong. It made it sound a lot worse. This is mostly a cereal eating stream now. Nutrition and empty carbs come first. It's fortified with 7 essential vitamins and minerals. I totally believe that. What would explain all of this? What would explain how to figure out that it was his phone? Maybe the broken glasses, right? What do we have over here? I noticed they don't have Gumshoe listed here. Good old Detective Gumshoe. Like Columbo, if his bumbling demeanor was totally genuine. I almost feel like the business card is the key. Me too! Alright, we're gonna try it, because I'm apparently not the only one who thought so. Oh my god, it was. Why, thank you! How nice! Here, please have one. Written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business. The meter comes back. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. Yep. This card is important because of what's on the back.
Huh? You wrote your cell number on the back, but
that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone?
Huh? Right now? But court's still in session.
It's okay, you'll see. Okay, oh, I love her pink phone.
If you say so.
Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to do! Ah! He switched phones. Yep. It took the ringtone for me to realize that. What? Why is my phone? And what's with this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington, Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... Ah! No, 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 it can't! By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. Ugh! Don't think I need to explain any further, except to say... when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Nice. Ugh! Ah! That's gonna kill me if I try to do that. And then he died. Beautiful, really. Perfection. So that's what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artists group, he's become paranoid and lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding... It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, the court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. And make the bailiff vacuum up the confetti. That's all. This court is adjourned. September 8, 2:16 p.m. District Court,
Defendant Lobby number 1. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of food, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is pretty bad. She'd be a perfect assistant. You're right. Oh no. This is beautiful. Let's just make her our assistant. No, we've already got Maya. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? Sorry, Lady Luckless. What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch on to those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. I don't think my head is that messed up yet. Like the kobold or goblin we always seem to adopt in the first few sessions of a D&D campaign. Yep. I'm gonna find a new life for myself, starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah. After all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name. You bet. I'm gonna make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves too. Oh, what a horrible day. Gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The judge, who has no name. He's a lovable, kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. Still don't know who this guy is. This person, I haven't got a clue. Good shit. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else? And this girl? Maya. You finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me.
Well, yeah, I suppose I have.
I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together.
All right, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Oh no, he just got Samused. He got Samus Errand. All of his powers are gone.
Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint.
Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. The end. A brand new episode has been added. All right. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for coming. I know we're a little early, but I don't want to jump into the next case already. If you want to support us, you can go over to our Patreon at patreon.com/ifwhen, IFWHEN. And you can get a shout out at the end of the streams and access to music and art and all that. So thank you so much to Green, Sky, Andymonium, Mellybasket, and Angelic. Oh, our schedule is over here at truckcommunity.neocities.org. That's got the whole team, not just us, but all the other channels who work with us. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so that means it's going to be Bad Road on his channel, Bad Road, playing Valkyria Chronicles. Just about finished with it. And then it's going to be Zoo with Monster Hunter Rise after that, back here. And we got our YouTube channel over at, we don't have one yet. So I'll take care of that sometime this week. And I'll set a reminder to upload the VODs each weekend. Whew. I think that's it. That's everything? Yeah, I think that's everything. I don't know. If he's mentioned it, I don't remember. Oh, I was supposed to do this and I forgot. So you can see my beautiful face more clearly. Yeah. Thanks so much for coming, and we'll see you later. Night.